Friends, welcome to Crack It CSE, and in this series of algorithm we are discussing time complexity of Prim's algorithm. So in the previous video we have discussed the time complexity in a detailed manner. We did a detailed analysis that how to find out the time complexity with some examples. We have not watched that particular video. I would recommend you to watch that video first, then come to this video, because this is somewhat linked to the previous video. So before starting this video, I would like to request you all, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe this channel and press the notification icon so that you can get an update whenever I am uploading a new video. So now let's start. So what are the 4 steps in according to previous video? In the previous video I have discussed that how we have analyzed the time complexity, and after analyzing the time complexity I figured out 4 steps that on the basis of these steps you can easily find out the time complexity of Prim's algorithm using any kind of data structure. So in this particular video we will be discussing the time complexity of Prim's using different combination of data structure. See, so the time complexity of Prim's has the following 4 steps that I have figured out. See, in previous video we have discussed that this is the time complexity using the min heap m and adjacency list. So firstly we have analyzed which will take order of v, then we deleted, then we find adjacency, then the decrease key operation. So you have to learn these 4 steps only. So now let's see how to find out the complexity. So these are same 4 steps that I discussed right now. So if you need to find out the time complexity of Prim's algorithm using adjacency matrix and min heap. So if you want to find out using these data structure, how to do? See, what will be the time complexity? Time complexity will be equal to, first we need to initialize the key values, and if you need to initialize the key value in min heap, the build heap will take order of v time, and at the time of building the heap we can initialize the value accordingly. So it will take order of v time only. So order of v for initializing. Now we have to delete minimum every time. So we will be having v vertex. So to delete v vertex, each deletion in this min heap will take order of log v. So to delete v vertex it will take v log v, right? Now next is to find adjacency, and to find the adjacency, here we are using the adjacency matrix. So you have to make sure that you know the time complexity of adjacency matrix. So if you want to find out the adjacent edges, adjacent vertices, then it will take order of v square. How? Because in a matrix, in a particular matrix we are having n by n element. So we have to check for each row. Let me show you it with help of an example. So let I am having this n by n table. Here I am having 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4th row and 4 column. So for each row I have to check these elements. Similarly for the second row I have to check these elements. That means for these n rows I have to check these n elements. So it will take n square. So here instead of n we are having v. So it will take order of v square. So we are done with 3 steps. Now 4th step is perform decrease key operation on all possible adjacent places. So I already told you that in previous video how we are performing the decrease key operation. It was taking e log v. It was taking e log v as I discussed in the previous video. So you got that how to find out these particular steps. Now we have to minimize this. So this was to build heap and initialize the value. This was to delete minimum every time. This one is to find adjacency, and this one is to perform the decrease key operation. So this is how I figured out this particular equation. Now we have to minimize it. So in these two, among these 3, which will dominate? See, v is smaller than v log v, that means v log v will dominate. Now this v square is greater than v log v. So v square is the one thing. Now e log v is also a different thing, because if it is a complete matrix, if it is a complete matrix, then E will be equal to V square. So for complete matrix it will be V square log U, which is greater than this. So I am keeping both here because it will vary as per the condition, because if it is a null matrix V square will dominate, and if it is a complete matrix E log E will dominate. Or I can also write it as, so this is the case, so I can write it as order of E log V. So final complexity, because I am taking the upper bound here, order of big O means we are taking the upper bound, so upper bound is E log V. So this is the time complexity using adjacency matrix and min heap. Now I have to find out the time complexity using adjacency list and array. So similarly again, first of all we need to initialize the array, and initialization of array take order of V time, because we can initializing just by scanning that row. So V, now I have to delete. So after deleting, if I delete one vertex, then I again have to rearrange that particular array, because in array the value need to be continuous. So it will take V square. So I am deleting here. I am deleting here by using the first pass of selection sort, because selection sort always give the first minimum. So I have to run the selection sort V times, because I have to extract V values. So this is V square. Again I know that adjacency list can be 2e as in the previous video. So how many time it will take? 2e to find the adjacent vertex using the adjacency list. Now how many time it will take to perform the decrease key operation? In the array you can perform the decrease key operation at any place, because random access is possible. So to perform the decrease key operation for e edges, it will take e time, because every time it will take a constant amount of time. So this one was to initialize. I can initialize by just scanning. This one is to delete the first minimum and sorting it, not sorting it again, then rearranging it again. So we can use selection sort V times, and this selection sort take order of V, and we have to perform this V times, that means V into V, which is V square, and this 2e we know that to find the adjacency of the vertex, and this is to perform the decrease key operation, because it will take constant amount of time to perform the decrease key operation in array, because random access possible, right? So this is how we got the time complexity using adjacency list and array. Similarly, adjacency list and sorted array. Here I am having sorted array. So what will change in the sorted array? See, everything will be pretty much same as this, like this V, and it is sorted array. That means we can easily find out the minimum value every time. So it will take order of 1 to take minimum every time, and then we have to delete V times. That means it will be V, because deletion takes order of 1, that is constant time, and we have to do that V times to delete the V vertex, because we have to select the minimum V times. So it is V, and we know to find out the adjacency in adjacency list, it will take the same amount, which is 2e. And again now we have to perform the decrease key operation, and if I am performing the decrease key operation, I have to again sort the array, because if I decrease anywhere, then the property of sorted array will be distorted. So how we can do that? After decreasing, we have to sort the array again, right? So how many times? First of all, how many times I have to decrease? I have to perform the decrease key operation e times. E times we have to perform the decrease key operations. And when I am changing a single value, how we can sort it? We can just scan that particular array and we can check the next value, and if the next value is greater, then it is okay, and if the next value is smaller, we can just swap the values. By using it, we can perform it in order of V times. So that's how we can find out the time complexity using adjacency matrix and sorted double linked list. So this E for performing the number of times decrease key operation performed, and this is to sort array again. So that's how we can find out the time complexity using adjacency list and sorted array. Now let's try to find out the time complexity using few more data structures. So here I am finding out the time complexity using adjacency matrix and sorted double linked list. So if I have the sorted double linked list, first of all I have to initialize it. Initializing the sorted double linked list will need just one scan. So if there are v vertices, then it will take v to initialize it. Now after initializing, I have to perform the deletion. I have to delete minimum value every time. So how many times we have to perform? We have to do it v times because we have to delete v vertices. So it will be take order of v time. How? Because it is sorted double linked list. So we can easily find out, we can easily take out the minimum value, right? So minimum value deletion of minimum vertex will take order of one time, and we have to perform it v time, that means it will be v. Now I have to find out the adjacency using the adjacency matrix, so it will take v square time. And now if I am deleting, so I have to perform the decrease key operation. Then after finding out the adjacency, we have to perform the decrease key operation for each adjacent vertex. So how many place we can perform the decrease key operation? E place. And once this is done, then I have to resort. Then I have to sort the double linked list once again. So sorting will take one scan. How? Let's see. See, this is a double linked list. This is a sorted double linked list. So if I am using the sorted double linked list, I am having the value 5 here, and let I decrease this operation. Here it was 9 and I changed it to 4. I performed the decrease key operation here. Now I have to sort it. How I can do it? I can just go to that place. Here I am having address of the next node and the value of this node. So how I can find that? Let this is A, this is B. So I can find out the A dot value, and having this address I can compare with this 1002 dot value. So this way we can compare these two values, and if this is smaller, I can just replace these value or exchange or swap these value. So it will be sorted. Similarly, we can go ahead. So this way we can sort the double linked list in order of v time. So what will be the time complexity? Time complexity will be order of EV because it will dominate. Order of EV is the time complexity using adjacency matrix and sorted double linked list, right? Similarly, now I have to find out the time complexity using adjacency matrix and simple double linked list, that is not sorted. So if the double linked list is not sorted, how we can find out? So just initialize, it will take v time, same as above. And now I have to delete the minimum value from the double linked list. So here it was sorted, we can easily able to find out the minimum value, but here I have to first find the minimum value, then I have to delete it. So here also I can use the selection sort. So selection sort will give the minimum value in one pass, and one pass of selection sort will take order of v time. That means v times v, because order of v to perform the selection sort one pass, and this v because I have to delete v times, so it is v square. Now I have to find the adjacency, it will be v square again. Now I have to perform the decrease key operation. So it is double linked list. So if we perform the decrease key operation at any of the place, then it will not distort the property of this double linked list because it is not sorted. Here it was sorted, that's why we are sorting it again, so that it will not violate the condition. But here there is no need to sort because there is no sorted double linked list. So what will be the time complexity using this? See, this v square will dominate clearly, so we are taking upper bound as order of v square. So that's how you can find out the time complexity of Prim's algorithm by having any collection of data structure. So I hope you got an idea that how exactly the Prim's algorithm works and how we can find out the time complexity of Prim's algorithm. So if you found this video useful, like this video, share it with your friends, and in case if you are having any query related to anything, just connect with me on my Facebook page or on my Facebook group. The links are given in the description. And if you have not checked my previous videos on Prim's algorithm, please check the video of Prim's algorithm and the detailed analysis of time complexity of Prim's algorithm. So the link of those videos are also given in the description. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe the channel for more such videos. Keep supporting, keep learning. Have a great day.